Well, for more on the story, we can speak to Olesya Vartanyan, a senior South Caucasus analyst at the International Crisis Group. Hello, and thank you for speaking to France 24. First of all, what are you hearing about the latest on the situation in Nagorno-Karabakh?
The first people have reached already Armenia. They are coming from those places that are more central and under the control. There are many cars that are now reportedly moving from the north of Nagorno-Karabakh towards Stepanakert. And if they have enough fuel, then they will probably also go to Armenia, which will probably mark the first people who will be coming from the region, those who suffered the fighting, those who became displaced, but also those who do not really see their future in that region under the Azerbaijani control anymore.
Yeah, don't see their future there anymore. For anyone that would choose to stay behind, an ethnic Armenian, what do you think would await them?
Well, this part of the world has been in conflict for over 30 years. There were a number of brutal wars, and some of these incidents and escalation, especially the ones that have been taking place during the last 3.5 years, they are the ones that produce what one would qualify as war crimes. None of them were addressed, and because of that, many of the local people who called me during these days or who I reached on the phone from Nagorno-Karabakh, they were telling me that they are afraid for their own security, for security of their beloved ones. This is something that has to be addressed, and there were some proposals made, including by Armenia, to have more presence on the ground. But we don't really see much movement towards having some more international presence, unfortunately, for the very moment.
Yeah, at the UN General Assembly, Armenia said intervention is necessary to stop ethnic cleansing. Why is it that we're only hearing condemnations from the West and not seeing more action?
I think some of the diplomacy that is taking place, it is behind the closed doors for the moment. There are some attempts to move forward with some of the ideas. And certainly the main priority for the very moment is to address with humanitarian problems for those cannot leave or who are looking for their beloved ones. Today was the first day when the people in Stepanakert, they were put into earth, those who died in this recent fighting. And these were tens of people, I should say, So these are the processes that have to happen in parallel. And I understand that, first of all, it's still an attempt to address the humanitarian problems, also to help those who will be coming to Armenia, but only after that also to look into some longer-term setups that would probably allow those who decide to stay or maybe potentially who would want to go. Although I still if you think about this at this very moment, I don't think that we are talking about many people who would want to live there.
Yeah, Russia, a longstanding ally with Armenia. And this Sunday, we heard Armenia's Prime Minister, Nikol Pashinyan, criticize a security treaty with Russia. Does that signal a major foreign policy shift?
I think this is something that we have been hearing from the Armenian Prime Minister for quite some time already. His leadership has become heavily disappointed with the Russian distraction and desire not to get into any kind of open confrontation here in this particular case with Azerbaijan. So what the Armenian Prime Minister is saying is absolutely not the news. This is what he has been continuously and persistently saying for a number of weeks and months now.
All right, Olesya, thank you very much for your time. Olesya Vartanyan from the International Crisis Group speaking to us there.